And Peter Surratt is waiting for the winner of this. 10 boxes of bowling.
The corners are full. That's what he's looking at right now. He has 3 pieces of wood. One is half in the gutter. The other 2 are lying parallel to the pit and just barely touching the inside one, the 7-pin.
This is my favorite challenge.
Well, he moved everything over to get the 10-pin, which of course seemed like the more difficult task, but the 7-pin did not go. That's a 9.
That's a 9. Yep.
Ralph Stewart is our lob line judge and referee.
So in the 8th box, make that a 9, not a 10, and it's a 113 total pinfall.
One pin still there, the 9-pin. Jack Quinn looking at a diamond left. Went right through the middle of it. It's an 8.
Missed. It always amazes me how narrow the window of opportunity is, you know? Just a little bit either way, and it makes it a bad box for you.
All right, Tom O'Brien, 5th seed, now looking at 4 horsemen right side, and in the back he has the 8-pin. This is a tough shot, as we all know. And that's fine, because you can make a perfect pocket hit with the 1 and the 3, and you still leave the 8-pin standing. Obviously, the other way it would be the 9-pin that would still be standing. It's a 10 box.
And obviously the objective for Tom O'Brien right here would be to total pinfall, quite obviously, but don't leave him standing. And with through the 8th box of boxes scored, a 23-pin lead, and he drops them all.
All right. This being the 10th box, he'll fill.
Well, for the 3rd time in this string, he has done that. Not 3 in a row, but the 3rd time.
8 more. 6 and 8 are the 2 pins standing, no wood. And they are still there.
Well, that's it for Tom O'Brien, and a very highly respectable 141. We remind you his average is 126, so he has bowled very well in this first string.
Hey! Jack Quinn with a strike when he needed it.
And he'll need 3 more to win.
Oh! 8. And this is Tom O'Brien will be moving on to face Peter Surratt. Jack Quinn congratulating Tom O'Brien, and Tom O'Brien will be challenging Peter Surratt right after we pause for this.
I don't mind spending what I have to, but why would I spend more than I need?
Your Chrysler Plymouth dealer has the affordable alternative. Now get $1,000 cash back on Chrysler LeBaron sedan.
What do fans want from a sports team? Action, lots of action.
All the right moves.
What else? I got it. Personality.
And they gotta be cute.
You'll find it all with this hometown team.
Ooh.
Mike Lynch.
Hey, I like Mike.
Ed Harding.
Cute. Very cute.
Must be the shoes. Gotta be the shoes. You know? Do you know?
And Mike Dowling.
Yes!
The Sports Center 5 team. New England's best.
Hey, they're my boys.
Nobody brings you closer.
With your help, this is where a student will find his place. Volunteer in the school system of your choice. Call 1-800-42-TEACH, because your lifetime of experience is their experience of a lifetime.
All right, we move on to the next step. Peter Surratt will be the defender in the sense because he was 3rd seed, and Tom O'Brien, who was 5th seed and has just defeated Jack Quinn and moved up, is now acting as challenger in this one-string roll-off. 2, 4, 7, and the 6 over on the right with 2 pieces of wood. Missed the 2-pin, so the 2 and the 6 still there.
And quite a dramatically different start in this string for him than the first one.
A 9-box.
Just for purposes of information at home, Tom has scored a 142 in that first string.
It was the 7th box where there was a little bit of confusion over the piece of wood that was partway into the gutter and partway out. But legal contact was made by the ball on the lane. So it was a 10 fill rather than a 9. All right, now here is Peter Surratt. Peter, 3rd seed. His league average is 120. His high single 189. His high triple 454.
It's a good start.
He leaves 1 pin, the 7th pin, and has an opportunity to begin with a mark.
Which would be a great start for a fellow who's been cold sitting down watching that first string.
So he begins with a spare. And I should mention, before I forget, that by satellite up in Pubnico, Nova Scotia, some relatives of Peter are anxiously watching right now and cheering him on.
Well,
Right,
they've got
on
stuff
top
to
of fair.
cheer. They've got a lot to cheer.
Now
Peter
Tom
Surratt
O'Brien.
starting off with a spare and a strike.
Tom with the ball being delivered too far to the left, and in practice he was doing the same thing. I think he even handed the ball to you, didn't he, one time, and said, here, you do it?
He asked me to put some weight on it to move it back to the right.
Still has the 5 pin, so still looking for his first mark. Perhaps the adrenaline is not flowing as much as it did when he came up the very first time. Look at
The 10 is
10 pin is rocking back and forth. Boy, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help from people stamping their feet here. Sil
Stubborn
Angelotti
thing,
must have been
huh?
worrying about whether the building was going to fall down. He made it. All right, Peter Surratt with an opportunity now for some bonus money. 2 marks in a row. Working on a strike this time.
And you see how Surratt has started off this string. It's one string of bowling.